All might have heard a lot about the compulsory licensing in the past 2 years, and it's a very pleasant word for some sections of the people, but it's a very bitter word for some sections of the people. So now I am going to give a brief overview about the compulsory licensing provisions in the Indian Patent Act, and also about the NATCO case. So what is the compulsory licensing? A compulsory license is an involuntary contract between the patentee and a third party enforced by the government. In other words, a compulsory license is a license granted by the government wherein the patentee is unwilling to give a license to the third party to practice his invention. Compulsory licensing is not a new concept. It is in existence from 1830, and in Britain they have a compulsory licensing provision since 1850. And for the first time, the international community has recognized compulsory licensing in the Paris Convention 1883 under Article 5. And later on, the same provision has been included in TRIPS agreement and Article 31. Indian Patent Act, the first time a compulsory licensing provision has been included was in the Patents Act 1970, and in the Patents Amendment Act 2002, it has been completely substituted by a new provision, that is the chapter 16 of the Indian Patents Act. And the other important interest for the issue of a compulsory license is to safeguard the interest of any person being working or developing an invention in India under the protection of a patent or not unfairly prejudiced. So basically it's about bringing in a balance between the patent protection and the public health. So, what are the different compulsory license opportunities that we have under the Indian Patent Act? An application for compulsory license can be filed under Section 84 or under Section 91, wherein there is a patent for person, but he cannot practice his patent because he has to infringe other patent if he has to practice his patent. In such cases, he can approach the controller for a compulsory license. And the other provision is Section 92. A compulsory license can be issued on the notification of a government or the central government when there is a national emergency or a health emergency, or when there is a public non-commercial use. Or capabilities to manufacture the drugs in their own country, then they can issue a compulsory license. Compulsory license holder to work the patented invention to the fullest extent with reasonable profit to him. In case if the compulsory license holder, after getting a compulsory license, while practicing the invention, if he is not making profits, he can go back to the controller and seek for an opportunity to review that. But he has only one opportunity. And the license is valid for a balanced term of patent unless a shorter term is deemed to be consistent with the public interest. So a compulsory license can be terminated when the controller or when the circumstances no longer exist for the grant of a compulsory license, or that the circumstances will not recur in future or are unlikely to recur.